Because I still believe that Draco and Ginny would have made the perfect couple, today I'm going to talk about fanfiction. If you watched the WordNerds party last Sunday, you might have noticed that quite a few of us WordNerds were inspired to start writing in part by fanfiction. And ever since then, I've been thinking about what is it about fanfiction that was so inspiring to me as a young writer. If you aren't familiar with the world of fanfiction, fanfics are stories created by fans based on the worlds and characters and settings of existing books, movies, TV shows, video games, whatever you want. On the surface, it might seem like fanfiction doesn't leave much room for creativity on the part of the writer. The world, the characters, the settings, the basic building blocks of the story are already created for you. But once you start reading fanfic, you start to realize that that isn't necessarily true. The awesome thing about fanfiction is that fanfiction writers explore all the possibilities that a story has. When you read a book or watch a movie, you experience one possible path for the story and the characters to take. But really, the story of a given set of characters in a given setting could go in an infinite number of directions. And I think that's what's so inspiring about fanfiction. Fanfiction showed me the infinite possibilities in storytelling. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I am kind of a big fan of Draco Malfoy and Ginny Weasley as a couple. That's not something that ever happens or is even hinted at in the books. But what I love so much about it is that it's such a cool possibility. It's this potential that was never tapped by J.K. Rowling, but it could have been something really awesome if she had chosen to follow it, and fanfic writers have explored that possibility in depth. Also, I think that dabbling in fanfiction a little bit when I was younger was a great writing exercise for me. I love coming up with the characters and the world for a story, but I also tend to get bogged down in it. I always want to get all the little details right, and I can spend way too much time on that and never actually get started on telling the story. When you write fanfiction, you don't have to get stuck in all the world building. You can just practice telling stories and practice your writing skills. I haven't written fanfic since I was really young, and I only read it every once in a while when I'm in the mood for it, but I think it's a really inspiring world out there on the internet. I think it's a great way to experiment with different possibilities and to practice your writing skills. And when I do read fanfiction these days, I'm still so inspired by the creativity of the writers and the way they're able to see possibilities that even the author might not have seen. So have any of you had experience reading or writing fanfiction? Do you think it's as inspiring as I do? I've noticed that a lot of writers out there have had at least a little bit of experience writing fanfiction. It seems to be something that kind of gets a lot of people interested in writing. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. Do you love fanfiction? Do you hate it? Why? And I will see you guys this Sunday when we will be talking about security and privacy on the internet. It'll be at 7:30 Eastern Time, like always, and we can't wait to see you then. Bye.